We will be back momentarily, guys. We made a little mistake. Sorry. The stream will start in a few seconds. And here we go. All right, we're gonna try this again.
Because it actually happened what you were saying in, in the chat. Like, oh, what if they're live and they don't know they're not live?
Yeah, what if they think they're streaming and in fact they're not?
And exactly that happened. So that was a bit embarrassing because Sunny was already halfway through the whole.
Intro and talking and talking and talking. So never mind, I'll just do the intro again. Hi guys, and welcome to our Avatar: The Last Airbender live stream, where we're going to be talking about what has probably become our favorite show of all time, pretty much. We're going to be talking about our favorite characters, moments, episodes, all that stuff, and we're also going to be talking with you guys. That's very important, like your input as well, your questions, everything, what you think about the series, your experience with it, all of that good stuff. And yeah, we also have, just like some of our previous live streams, we have Streamlabs. So if you want to ask us a question, or if you want to put in a comment, and if you want to make sure that we get to it and we talk about it, then you can do so via Streamlabs, and then you can also donate to the channel while doing it. You absolutely don't have to. It's but yeah, it would be much appreciated if you did, because that is how we grow the channel, and yeah, it's from your support. That's how we can do more on this channel. Because yeah, we're looking at the chat as much as we can, trying to follow along, but it's not a certainty that we're going to get to your questions in the chat. So once again, just reiterating, if you want to make sure that we get to your question or your comment, then you can submit it through Streamlabs. You can find the link down in the description below. It's right at the top. All right.
I just thought it was very funny because someone is saying that it's very bizarre watching through our reactions yesterday and just waking up and see us going live with this stream. That's crazy coincidence.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
just thought I wanted to point it out that how crazy is that, and yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot of fun. And yeah, speaking of our reactions, us watching the show, the way it started was actually also because of you guys. So we put out a poll, and we wanted people to tell us like what to put on the poll, some good recommendations, because we wanted to do another short form animated series while we were also doing Naruto, which I'm doing at the moment, because Kat is very busy. Excuse me. And yeah, then it got put on the poll, and many of you voted for it, and that's why we started watching it. And just yeah, from the get-go, it quickly became something that we could see ourselves, getting to the point where yeah, we're gonna love this shit. The themes, the characters, the music, everything about it, it drew us right in from the first book on. And yeah, it was just an amazing experience, really. And we really have to thank one person in particular, actually, with these reactions, the Avatar reactions, and that's our dear moderator, Sweal, who's so kind to moderate all of our Avatar reactions so that we
Mm.
wouldn't get spoiled.
And now it's doing the same with Korra.
Exactly, and it's working out really, really well. So thank you once again so much for helping us, because we didn't really get spoiled much at all, I think.
Not really, no. And that if it was a few things, maybe like tiny things, I got more spoiled from YouTube, like YouTube showing me stuff about Avatar, and I saw uh that screenshot of the chase. I think it was, yeah, where they are all
Oh,
four, they are bending together. Uh,
oh, or all six? It would all
Five
five. Yeah,
or
sorry, yeah,
some, yeah, they are all, yeah, and I just saw that, so I just thought, hey, that was very early on, so I knew that they were gonna team up. So
yeah.
yeah,
But then they still threw a curveball in there because that wasn't the actual team up. That came way later, especially when it comes to Suko and Iroh. That wasn't until way later. And yeah.
no, and I know I've been like expecting it or predicting it since episode 3 already.
Yeah.
Of, yeah, well, chapter 3, but it's still like I got it confirmed from that one
Mm.
that it would happen, and it's just yeah, it was a bit annoying, like, because even though I kind of knew that he was not lost, that Suka was not lost, I still didn't want that confirmation that he was gonna join at some point.
No, no, but they were definitely building to it, or I think we caught on to the fact that they were sort of building to it, or it was in the horizon, so to say, that it was
Mm.
coming at some point, and then we thought that we were gonna get it at the end of book two, but nope. And I'm sure many of you, if you've seen our reactions, you remember how we reacted to that episode, and me in particular with the Sula and everything. We got it later on in the Western Air Temple, and that was followed up by the Firebending Masters, and like that, it couldn't have been. They did it in the right way, because those two episodes in particular, I think, in our opinion, are like top tier episodes when it comes to Avatar: The Last Airbender. So yeah, it definitely worked out. That's for sure. All right, and it seems like there are.
A lot of questions already. Like, would we now go back to episode 1, us, and say, hey, it's worth the hype?
Oh
By
yeah,
all
yeah,
means, right?
definitely,
By all
definitely.
means.
Like
Well, I know you already said it's one of our favorites, but I could just like, guys, it's my absolute favorite. And yes, I'm gonna go get Momo and Appa somewhere on my body. I still have loads of space. It's gonna
tattoos.
yeah, tattoos. It's gonna happen. I know you asked me, Adrian. So I just wanted to, yeah, I just wanted to answer that. It's gonna happen at some point. I'm
Yes.
gonna get a bison.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna get the blue arrow down across, and I'm gonna shave my head. And no, no, I'm not gonna do that. But maybe some avatar tattoo or something, just to show like our appreciation for the show. Oh yeah. But let's maybe like we're gonna, as I said, like look at the chat while we're doing this, and get to your questions as we see them, so to say. And I just want to reiterate for a third time that if you want to make sure that we do get to your question or your comment, then you can submit one through Streamlabs. Down in the description, there's a link, and you can support the channel while doing it, which would be much appreciated.
Oh, Sweel's just there and saying thank you for the shout out. We can just shout out again. If you
Oh,
want. Thank you so much for your help, Sweel. You are the best.
yeah, thank you so much, and for making it so that we don't get spoiled while watching these amazing series. Um, and yeah, we're watching The Legend of Korra at the moment. We've watched 6 episodes. Just want to quickly say, for those of you who are on Patreon, the full length episode for episode 6, it just got posted a little bit earlier today, and then the early reaction will come out as soon as we're done with all the streaming tonight. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know.
Yes.
You want to get to that now?
Sure, why not?
Why not? Let's do it. This might be a little bit noisy just because of the way our camera, or not camera, our microphone is, because it's kind of closer to like this region down here. You don't know what I'm talking about right now, but we're gonna do an unboxing because we got a present from someone, from one of our dear patrons as well, Irfan Malik. I don't know if you're watching, buddy, but thank you so much. We don't know what it
So
is
much.
yet. Of course, we've been looking forward to it. We've had this for a while, and we've just been saving it for this stream
This
in
particular
particular.
stream, yeah.
Exactly.
So
Let's get into it. Kat is gonna try and open. Do you want me to do the other side, and
Yeah, you
maybe
can
we
do
can
it.
like take it so you can see it is an actual box. Ha.
I thought you were holding it.
I was just not very well.
Apparently not.
Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise.
Rip it.
Just rip it. Rip it, rip it. Okay, yeah, got
I
it.
just destroyed your eardrums. No, your what's it called?
I think that's what it's called. Huh? Oh, 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 oh. What do we got? It looks plushy.
We've got some plushies.
Oh my God! Speaking of Appa and Momo. Ah, sorry, noisy. Oh, this is
Aww.
really gonna try and get this out as quickly as I can.
Get it away.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're so soft.
It's the.
Oh, watch out! Your
Am I doing something?
you were just moving a little bit to the side of the screen, and the
Oh.
focus got lost. I'm just using the setup that I normally use while I'm streaming over on Twitch. So it's just a webcam right now. That's why the quality is not like the best. But all right, we got Momo and we got Ava. Oh, I wish we had these while watching the actual show, so we could like sit like this
Aw.
and watch it. But maybe we can do so for Legend of Korra, even though Momo and Appa they aren't a part of that show,
We can get a
unfortunately.
Papu as well.
We can get a Papu and a
Okay, so he doesn't have toe beams, but he still has very cute feet.
yes, not the toe beans, and he's kind of pink underneath. Oh,
But that's because he's red, you know?
so floof. Yeah, exactly. And the size difference is a little bit off, unless we're talking about maybe the
Nightmare version.
yeah the Nightmares and Daydreams episode with like right before the invasion, where Aang he was just losing his shit. Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much. And he even said, "Thank you. Sorry for the lateness of this gift. Problems with the mail meant it was delayed well into November before I had to order it again. Love you 3000 from Irfan Malik and others.
Ooh, and others
And
as
others,
well.
yeah.
Oh, thank you to everybody who like contributed here
Yeah.
with this little gift. That's so nice.
Now I can finally hook up
Yes, and Momo.
a Momo.
You wanna switch or
No?
no? Okay. No. Why would I do that? Oh man. All right.
Aw.
That's so nice.
Initially meant to be sent to us during season 2. Aww.
Oh, so yeah, maybe we would have had them if they had arrived early on. But yeah, apparently there was a lot of back and forth with the um delivery delivery system, the people who delivered it. But yeah, now we got them. So happy, and it seems very fitting for this stream
Yes.
now that we have these two guys to keep us company, along with all of you. So, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sonny's not gonna get Appa.
No,
He's
no,
mine.
I'm gonna get some Appa time when you go to bed, I guess, and then I can hold him.
How? No.
Or not? No, he's gonna
He's
no.
gonna go with me.
Okay, well, good for Appa.
I started rewatching the show with my sister.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, and I went all the way to, I think the last one was the Blue Spirit, or the one just before the Fortune Teller.
Mm.
And it was such a nice, like, it was just so nice.
Yeah, watching that again, and your sister, like, she liked it, right?
She was, yes, she's spitting and smitten, and
She's in.
she's in, yeah.
Oh,
She's-
that's great.
My mom as well. She watched with us on Patreon.
Yeah, she did. She
And-
watched the full length reactions. Actually, that's how she watched the whole series with us. So that was kind of sweet. And I've been trying, like, every time someone is asking me to recommend any sort of like series, even like any sort of entertainment, really, I'll always go Avatar: The Last Airbender. Do it. It might be animated. You might go, oh, come on, it's a kid show or something. And yes, it is basically made for kids, but it's so much more than that. Watch it, please watch it. And I haven't really had any success yet because I think the people that I've been talking to, they're too adult or something. Like they don't really want to take a
how can
chance.
you be too adult with this? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, exactly.
Well.
Everyone should watch this show. Kids, adults alike. Like everybody should watch this show.
Yes,
The
we are Scandinavian. We are Danish.
Oh yeah, yes we are. I know sometimes there's some confusion with Danish and Dutch, and just want to yeah, we speak Danish. We are from Denmark, and Dutch that's Holland. So that's
Or
a,
Netherlands.
or the Netherlands. Yeah, depending on where you're from. So it's two different things, but I understand the confusion. It can also sound a little bit alike, is what I hear if you hear Dutch people and Danish people talking, and even with the accents or lack thereof sometimes. Yeah.
And we were talking about doing the comics, but
Yes.
we're still working on the kinks on that one.
Yes. Trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna do it because we sort of want to react to it in a way. It's just, do we then just read it out loud while just showing the pictures on screen, or do we find someone who's made a very good YouTube video who kind of did that, and maybe some voiceover, or do we just read them on our own time and then review them and talk about them in like separate videos? Like we haven't really worked it out yet, but we're gonna figure something out. And the first people to know will most likely be our patrons. And yeah, we're gonna test it out there, so to say, with the first one maybe. But yeah, we'll let you guys know what we decide. For the moment, we are deep in the Legend of Korra, the first season, halfway. So that's yeah, that's how we're staying in that world. And we know, of course, that they are two very different shows, Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. So yeah, we're not getting that mixed up, so to say. Um,
Our early reactions are the exact same that goes to YouTube, by the way.
yes, it is. So it's just patrons are just getting them earlier, and it was a decision we made, or I made, that I kind of wanted to do that. Now you just want both, okay?
No, you're just sitting with him. You're not even
Oh.
cuddling him or anything.
All right. Yeah, I was just saying it was a decision I made because we were doing full length reactions in one way before, and kind of knew it, but we were recommended to, or someone recommended that we shouldn't do it that way. It wasn't strictly speaking legal. Definitely wasn't like the um, ethical thing to do. So we changed it up. But I knew some people were maybe gonna think that that was like they didn't want to stay because of that. So I just thought, why not try and do some early reactions like other channels are doing it. So that's why we are several episodes ahead over on Patreon. Yes.
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 And yes, now I just need Baby Yoda and Pabu, and then my collection is complete.
The collection is complete. Yes. All right. But it doesn't seem like there are anything on Streamlabs or anything, so I'm not gonna jump into that just yet. But what we can do is we can talk about some of the stuff that we have prepared a little bit. Talked about some lists we made. We've both made like three. They're not really top tens, but it's just 10 characters, 10 episodes, 10 moments that we really, really enjoyed, and just off the top of our head, like we probably forgot some stuff. So just once again, please, yeah, tell us in the comments if there's something that we aren't talking about, or if you really like what we're getting into. But yeah, do you want to start maybe with yours? And what should we start with? Characters, episodes, or moments? Maybe characters makes the most sense to start with that.
We can do that.
We can do that, yes.
I think our favorite person from the get-go is the same person and was the favorite throughout.
Yeah, and it's many people's favorites. I would say so as well. And that is
Iroh?
Iroh. Yes, the Dragon of the West. How can you not? That's he's just freaking amazing all the way through. Some great, great, great Iroh quotes just sprinkled throughout the series that are these life lessons that will just they apply to any situation, any person, really. And I just love that about him and his demeanor, the way that he was keeping calm under pressure, but he also was able to like he brought a lot of comedy, a lot of levity to the series as well in many moments and in many scenes where he was just not that he was not taking things seriously. It was just he had a an appetite for life and everything that life could give him. And was that this fortune teller episode, or was that when they returned to the same place in another one maybe? But yeah, it was just a quote where the fortune teller asked him if he would like for her to tell him his future, and he was like, "No, thank you. Like for me, for someone of my age, there's only one real mystery left, and I want to keep that mystery."
Mm.
Of course, yeah. Speaking about the only certainty in life, really, which yeah, we don't want to get into that. But there's so much good stuff to get into with Iroh. So yeah. Sorry, did you want to say something about dear Iroh?
He's just perfect. Like, and I mean, like, he's perfect in every sense. Like, I can't remember many things or anything that he did wrong or that he like there was a mistake. I know he did mistakes in his past, but he's perfect because of that because he used it to grow and to be a more empathetic and more wonderful person. And we know that he's carrying deep trauma,
Mm.
and that's also what makes him so perfect because he's like when you go through things that are that terrible and you still become that amazing human being who wants the best for everyone around him, and yeah, he's just he becomes such a wonderful human being, and you as a person being able to prevail through all the hardships in your life and still manage to become better from it. It's just such an important lesson, really,
Mm.
that you can grow from the deepest of trauma. And I know this sounds weird, but it was one of the things that really struck me when Robin Williams he decided to off himself. Um, it was such a huge loss for me because I kind of related so hard to him being this sad person that was so happy all the time and then suddenly losing the fight against sadness. And there's just such a slap in my face that he did that. And Iroh being the exact opposite, that he actually succeeded
Despite
despite or
all the tragedies and yeah,
because of his tragedy and
yeah, yeah.
because of his wonderful or horrible loss and trauma.
Mm.
So that was kind of mending some broken hearts here, at least.
Yes, yes. And I see some of you in the comments. Yeah, it was Bato of the Water Tribe episode, I think, like after the fortune teller. Um, yeah, so Iroh, I think we can all agree he's fucking amazing.
Yes.
And yeah, that's White Lotus and everything that got revealed towards the end was just mwah, fucking amazing. And still, rest in peace, Mako, because yeah, he was amazing and
Did a great job.
did a great job. And I'm sorry I don't remember the person who voiced. I
Something
don't.
with Baldwin.
His Baldwin something. Yeah. In book three, he did an amazing job as well. It's just yeah, they just did an amazing job with that character overall. Um, but yeah, I think now that I'm looking at your list, I think our character lists are pretty much the same, or at least we've written down some of the pretty much the same characters, maybe not in the same order, but pretty close
But
at
that's why
least.
I was like top 10 over like top 10 characters. That basically almost only 10 characters.
Oh yeah, there are definitely more side characters and stuff, but yeah, when it comes to like the lead characters, I've also written. I'm just gonna then my list just from the top, I think here, and then we can
I could
talk.
just concur. You can say it and I can concur.
All right, all right, all right. I have Iroh at the top as well, and as I said with these lists, it's not strictly speaking like, hey, this is like from favorite to least favorite or something like that. It's
No,
just
it's just.
we love all of it, and it's just off the top of our heads, pretty much. So yeah, Iroh, and then immediately after Iroh, I wrote Zuko, because talk about a
Yeah.
character arc. Damn, best fucking redemption arc ever in anything. And yeah, we've already talked a little bit about Zuko and how we quickly saw his trajectory as a character, and we were bamboozled at the end of book two. But then he came in and joined the gang in book three. So yeah, he's just such an enjoyable character, and very troubled. And when you mentioned like him and Iroh, I would definitely say they provide a lot of the emotional core of this series, like their relationship and how they're evolving, especially like how Zuko is evolving and realizing his destiny, all of that stuff. So it's just amazing. And then I wrote Aang
Yeah.
after Zuko because Aang, it is, yeah, he is the Avatar, the Last Airbender, and yeah, he's an amazing person who then needs to learn how to become the Avatar, master the elements, and save the world. And like this huge burden from the get go on this guy's shoulders, and the fact that he was still able to retain his airbender-ness and his approach to life. And that very much couples with, his dilemma towards the end with I don't want to kill Osai, and what he ultimately ended up doing. That is just so Aang. Like they really his character and his the way they did his character, it was such a strong portrayal all the way through.
Yeah.
Not a lot of yeah, there were only a few times where Aang did things where I was like, oh, this seems a little bit off character, maybe. But then again, we need to remember that he was also still a child, so it's not like, yeah, he was still learning, becoming a person, even though he was pretty awesome and pretty perfect from the get go.
Yeah, but I just for me, Aang is that person aspire to become. He's such a like he has such a wholesome and wonderful outlook on life and on other people, especially, and of course also him being a vegetarian.
Mm,
um, Speaks a lot to me that he's such a kind soul, and he's like the person that I aspire to be in that sense. And I just think, yeah, I just love Aang and his positivity and everything. And somebody asked about how, okay, we'll come to that. I can see we'll come to that.
mm.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that was just, yeah, well, Aang is just perfect and I love him. And
Yes.
yeah.
And after Aang, I actually wrote Tough, and that was a
Oh,
character that came in a little bit later. Is there someone else you wanted to talk about first?
I just put her further down the list because she's not my favorite.
No, no.
Like if I I hate to prefer people over other people, but
Yeah, 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 I get it.
while
Even fictional.
yeah, but while I was a kid or like a teenager, I was definitely more tough. But as I've become older, I can feel like my current self relates so much more to Katara, and I think Katara is
Yeah,
a wonderful
yeah, yeah.
character as well. And I think she's yeah, she's wonderful, and I love her. And
I knew you would put her like very high up there.
Yeah, I even put her above Aang.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think that's because I relate so much to her.
I get it. Yeah, that's
Yeah, we even bear the same first three letters, so
yeah.
I think that's like,
Katara.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then let's yeah, Katara. I really enjoyed everything we got with her as well. And the fact that she was always this very moral person, who had like doing the right thing. It meant a lot to her, and caring for other people. Just that. Yeah, that one episode where Sokka was talking to Toph, and Katara was overhearing it while she was bathing underneath a rock, yeah, and talking about like, how Sokka couldn't remember the face of their mother anymore, but every time he tries to remember it, all he sees is Katara because she's just the
Mm.
one who's been there always, and she was like the mom of the Yang gang, and even though they made fun of it, and her and Tough they had some yeah, they clashed once in a while. It was still, yeah, like they definitely couldn't have done it without Katara, and she became such a freaking powerful waterbender.
Mm.
She went from not really knowing exactly how to do it and struggling in the very beginning. Just yeah, a scene that comes to mind is in the second episode, I think, when they're rescuing Aang from the Fire Nation ship with Zuko there while they're still at the South Pole, and she's trying to freeze some Fire Nation soldiers, and
Mm.
and she hits Sokka first, and she can't figure out how to do it like in front of her, so she turns around and just goes like this behind her, and it worked out. And then you fast forward to later on where she's just um, beating Azula, even though Azula, of course, at that point had kind of lost it and was not the Azula we knew anymore, really. Um, she was still able to like beat her, and she was always very smart and um, yeah, thinking about things. And like the only episode we've seen where she was acting out or acting in a different way, that was definitely the Southern Raiders episode where we got all of that with her mother and got it more or less not confirmed because they said it many times that their mom died, but yeah, we saw it sort of, and she went out to get revenge and all that. So that was a little bit different, but still came to the conclusion that no, I'm not gonna kill this person. I'm not gonna fucking forgive him either. Um, but yeah, that was a very strong episode. Very
Yeah.
strong, yeah. So
It
yeah.
was actually that thing you said with the um, Sokka talking with Toph
Mm,
while Katara was eavesdropping. It
mm.
was actually one of the things I wanted to put on the moments, but then I thought of something else and I didn't put it on one of my top moments.
Yeah, yeah. Now that
Um,
I'm thinking about it, maybe should be one of my top moments. But as I said, it was we did them quickly and just off the top of our heads, and yeah, so that maybe you guys could could also tell us about some of the stuff that maybe we didn't remember or didn't put on the list. So yeah, Katara.
yes. Sorry, but there was just someone who asked a very nice question.
Oh yeah.
Whether watching Atla has changed us for the better as people. And I
Mm,
can say straight away, it has. I don't know if it has changed me per se, but it definitely made me believe in my own compassion and empathy towards other people, and seeing how other people have been um, embracing my emotions and my feelings and my thoughts and everything, and been so supportive and showing so much love and just excitement about this. It's just really confirmed, or really cemented how important it is for me to become a better person and trying to see other people as that, and how we're different but how we're strong because we're different, and
mm, yeah.
how important it is to see that you can lose your way, but you don't have to lose yourself, and the other way around.
Yeah. Um, I just quickly want to say because I saw some people asking whether or not we're taking questions. Um, when we're looking at the chat, and if we notice a question like Kat is just did, 'cause, and you're also sitting closer to that screen, so you might notice it more easily than me. Yeah, if we notice it, then definitely we're gonna address the question. But if you want to make sure, once again, that we do get to your question or your comment and we talk about it in then you can submit it through Streamlabs, and the link is down in the description at the very top. It should be definitely. I hope it is. Um, yeah. Sorry. Were you still saying something, or
No.
should we? All right. Let's move on, cause yeah, let's stay, cause
Was that both tough and
we didn't really talk
guitar?
about tough. So
Okay.
yeah, let's get into tough. Cause I had written tough. Just yeah, one over. Yeah, over Katara. And that was a character that came in a little later, not until book 2, chapter 6. The Blind Bandit. That was the episode
Yes.
with yeah, and that was such a great introduction to that character, definitely. And with the wrestling nods, the boulder, aka the rock, all of that good stuff. And just what she became for the group, and like she really shook things up, so to say. Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit
I'm
distracted.
sorry. It's just I wanted to do like, isn't Sokka that always he always has Momo on his the top of his head?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yes. Either way, yeah. Tough. She did like she really shook things up in the group, and changed the dynamic a little bit, and was always up for some shenanigans and some fun. But she could also be quite serious, and one of the scenes with her and like in gang related thing, or the Aang gang, was the Western Air Temple episode, when they were all kind of agreeing that no, we shouldn't let Zuko join the team, and then she was like, "Grow the fuck up, guys! We need a firebender, or we need Aang needs a firebending teacher." Now one comes along and you won't even fucking think about it. I know she didn't drop any f bombs, but but still, and I just loved her stubbornness, but also her tenacity, and like it makes sense because she's an earthbender, and especially how she was different in the way that she was blind, and how she used it, and how she used earthbending with that, and how they also used that to teach us some lessons, but they also used it a lot for like a comedic effect. So many blind jokes. I can't even. Yeah. It was just a lot of fun all the time, and I think she was just a great addition to the team.
Definitely.
Definitely. And greatest earthbender ever. Even greater than Boomy, I'm sure many people would say. Like, although when we did return to Boomy in the old Masters episode, and we got that flashback with him taking back Omashu, it was like, holy fuck, you did that all by yourself and just throwing buildings and factories and
He airbend no sorry earthbended with his eyes.
yes, that too. Like it might have been a tough fight between no pun intended, tough and and Boomy, if they really had to decide who's the strongest. But as far as I know, Boomy wasn't able to metal bend, so Tough's got one up on him there, and on everybody else at that time. We know then when we get to the Legend of Korra, the question of metal benders, it's different. There are more. But yeah, Tough, amazing character, amazing, amazing. Just so that we don't spend forever on these lists, and we're probably gonna spend the most time on the characters. But I just wanna jump to Sokka.
Yes, he was also the next on my list.
Yes, and for me as well. I kind of almost put him and Katara side by side because I couldn't really decide between the two. Like they're very different, but also come from the same place and with the same upbringing. And Sokka was like talking about levity and someone who was there a lot of the time for comedic effect.
Mm.
Um, then you can not talk about Sokka. Like he was so much fun all the time. Like his complaining, his funny noises, how he almost always ended up hurting himself, which they addressed through the series. And I think even the fortune teller, like she took one look at him and was like, "You're just
Nope.
destined to hurt yourself or something for the rest of your life." Or yeah, she was just spot on with her assessment of Sokka. So that I definitely enjoyed him. But something we also then got to learn about him was the strategic side to Sokka and the fact that he was actually pretty damn smart and coming up with plans, always coming up with plans. And he had kind of had that in common with his father, and they also had the same humor. So yeah.
Yeah, so he was kind of the butt of the joke,
Mm,
but then turned out to be, yeah, the strategic mastermind.
yeah,
But I also want to note that he went from being like insanely sexist
that's right. Yeah.
and just yeah, the kind of person if I met someone like that in real life, I would butt heads with him. Like,
Immediately. Yeah.
yep. And I think I also butted heads with him in the after after the episodes or during the episodes when we watched it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. With how he was behaving and
Yup.
what he was saying, and
Yep.
yeah, I think
But I think he really turned that on his head, and well, he at least he was very much his viewpoint was challenged throughout, and I think he learned that that was not true. When
no,
this
no, no, yeah.
no.
And yeah, I see someone also mentioning that he was a master swordsman as well. He became one, and that is
Mm,
also yeah, yeah. Not, we're not talking about episodes yet, but that was a great episode with Sokka's master,
mm,
and how he learned all of that, and how good he became, and how he got accepted as well, because he was so different, and especially because he didn't really know whether or not he was worthy, and that was, oftentimes it was something that Saga was kind of struggling with a little bit. The fact that, okay, I'm
mm.
the only non-bender of the group, and am I really contributing? Am I really helping? My plans, are they any good at all? But this show definitely also tells people, or teaches people to believe in themselves through these characters. And I think, yeah, Sokka did a lot for that.
Sorry, there's people are being very nice in the
Oh,
chat. I'm just sending you some love.
just some hearts to the people.
Yes.
Yes.
I see you, Phoebe.
Yeah. And sorry, just before we continue on to the next one, I just quickly want to comment on something that the question you answered, like whether or not the series it has changed us
Mm?
as people. And just as you said, I don't know if it has straight up changed us, but it has just reaffirmed some stuff that we maybe already sort of believed in, but now we're just um, believing in it more, or it's just it feels different. What I'm talking about specifically here is one of the things that I love about the series, and it really came a lot throughout the entire thing, but very much from the finale, and that was the um, everybody should be given a chance. Like, and the question about should you just straight up kill someone like Osai, but oh, and I think Aang actually said it in the episode The Avatar and the Fire Lord, which, yeah, amazing episode where we got the all the flashbacks with Roku and Sosin. um and but there he said that everybody, even the Fire Lord, should be treated as they're worth saving. So I love that sentiment, and that's something that I've always lived by, is trying to treat others the way I would be treated. I know that's like the golden rule in every religion and stuff, but I think it can be applied to many things, and just yeah, just Aang's philosophies. It just resonated a lot with me. So I was just like, yeah, reaffirming some things that I was already kind of believing in. Yeah, sorry, just wanted to get that in there while I could still remember it.
Yes. I'm just seeing someone mentioning my shoulder shimmy,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, I miss doing this shoulder shimmy in Korra too.
Oh yeah, that's right, because we're
I
not doing.
can't do the shoulder shimmy because it's not really shoulder shimmy worthy.
No, it's not the same music, and we're not doing the videos in the same way, where we're not using Vimeo, which yeah, that's a something that changed from the Last Airbender to the Legend of Korra for us. Mainly because I found a new way to upload videos. Yeah, doing it in a different way so that I don't get hit with as many um, copyright claims and blocks as we did before. And especially when it came to the Last Airbender, I couldn't get any of those out on YouTube. I tried with the first many episodes, and I couldn't do that. I know other channels have been able to do it, and if I did it now with the new method that I'm using, then maybe I would be able to do it. But I don't know if that's really gonna do anything for our channel if I like upload them again as YouTube versions, or maybe it is like maybe way more people are actually gonna watch them. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, apparently I have something stuck in my throat that's kind of just annoying all the time. Yeah, let's jump to the next ones that I've written are Appa and Momo. Appa and Momo. um,
Yes.
yes, and they were more or less like the animal sidekicks all the way through, but they still had so much character, both of them, all the way
Yeah,
through. I
they
don't know which one
did.
you wanna talk about first.
I just, well, I don't know, because I don't think there's a lot as to say about them. Like, Abba was just, the MVP throughout
Yes,
the whole
always
thing.
carrying them on his freaking back and taking them everywhere.
Yes, and his giant toe
Yes,
beans.
the
And,
Tobies.
well, Abba's Lost Days definitely dabbled with some things that I think was very important. I am a huge advocate for the well-being of animals, and that's kind of contradictory since I am also a scientist doing experiments in animals sometimes. But I do believe that animals should be treated as nicely as possible.
Mm.
And I think, especially with Abba's Lost Days, with the whole circus thing and everything, it was
Ooh, yeah, that episode,
it
damn.
was so important, and that was basically the only thing I had to say about Abba.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just wanna, yeah, echo that he was the freaking MVP and he always carried them. Yeah, it was just freaking awesome all the way through Appa. And the bond between him and Aang, and it was just always nice to see. And those episodes where he was missing, I was just so
So
freaking painful and
heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. And when we finally did get him back, it was just yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that like Appa's return on one of my favorite moments. So we might get more into that. And I saw someone in the chat also mentioned once
Mm,
again him and Appa and Momo, their little
fight.
fight. Yeah, I guess you could call it in the, was it Nightmares and Daydreams, or was it Daydreams and Nightmares? I don't remember.
Nightmares and daydreams, I
Yeah,
think.
I think that was it. But the episode where they're getting ready and Aang is kind of losing it. Yeah, it was still weird but funny moment there.
Sorry.
No worries.
And then Momo, of course,
Momo.
wonderful little Limu, and it's just I remember when I was seeing it with my sister again for the first time after we finished it,
Mhm.
and I just remembered just how much of a goofball that Momo is, and how much uh, of comic relief and levity that he is, and yeah, that's why I love Momo so much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was all the way through. Maybe he didn't do as much or help as much as Appa, but that's also hard to beat when Appa is a flying bison that can transport the Yang Gang all over the world. But Momo was still there all the way through and helping out and sometimes just trying to help out, like doing his best. When he was when Katara and Sokka they were just out after the storm episode. Um,
Yeah,
and Aang went out to try and find these the frogs and everything and yeah the blue spirit, that's what was going on in that episode, yeah. And then and then Katara was just, she kept asking Momo to bring water,
water.
water, and then we saw it from Momo's perspective, and it was just like he did not get any of it, and he brought them everything but water. That's just, yeah, one of the many great Momo moments
Yes,
throughout
mo moments,
moments
mo
through the series.
moments with your momoness.
Yes. Oh, his Momoness. That was also in Ba Sing Se when they were getting ready to go to the palace and everything, and I think it was just when Kintara and Toph they left the house, and then we just heard the sound of a gong, and then his Momoness just came walking across the floor with a big cape.
Man,
Oh yeah,
yes.
that was amazing, 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 amazing. All right.
And you're very sweet in the chat. Just I'm reading everything, and you're very sweet, and I love it. And
Oh yeah.
thank you for being so kind to us.
Much love to all of you guys. And yeah, we love the fact that you want to be here and watch us talk about it and talk with us about this amazing series.
We love you too, guys.
What did I write next? The next one I wrote down is actually the Guru,
Yeah, me
Patik.
too. Me too.
Guru Patik. I know like we didn't get a lot from him through the entire series, but what we got was just it really, yeah. He made an impact on both of us and the series. Like we got him at first in Appa's Lost Days when Appa met him, and he was just so patient with Appa, and just he kept on just laying down and just waiting for Appa to kind of just accept him, and then giving him food, and then yeah, the little message he attached to Appa's horn. And then we got the episode The Guru with Aang going there and getting all the teachings. That was just yeah, it was not a lot, but it was just freaking perfect when it came to that character.
It was enough.
It was enough, yeah. So yeah, just wanted to mention him quickly because he was one of the minor characters that just made a huge impact. And then I wrote down Roku.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, the Avatar before Aang, and definitely the Avatar. Yeah, once again, other than Aang, that we got to spend the most time with during the series, and was there for Aang a lot of the time, just to pass on some wisdom and some lessons, and also, yeah, especially some history lessons like we got in the Avatar and the Fire Lord once again. So it's just, yeah, he was actually a big part of it, a very important part of the story for Aang, and also why the world was the way it was, because that's, it went wrong during his lifetime, and that's also the stuff we got in that episode that I just mentioned. And he was very willing to say that, yes, I made some mistakes, but I believe that you are destined to redeem me, Aang. So I just, yeah, love Roku.
Yes, I have an honorable mention, and someone actually asked about it. My honorable mention is Suki.
Yes.
And I do believe that she became part of the team there at the end
Mm.
after the Boiling Rock.
Yeah.
So she's actually been a part of the team almost as long as Zuko, and they even like met up with her a couple of times before that. So I definitely consider her part of the team,
Yeah, me too. Me too.
but only from a certain point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even though like we met her pretty early on already in the fourth episode, I think that was when they went to Kyoshi Island. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was the fourth one already, and that's yeah where her and Sokka they got to know each other at first, and that was when Sokka was being pretty damn sexist and
Mm.
kind of an a-hole, but he just wasn't having it, and she beat his ass and taught him some stuff, and I think like she definitely helped with Sokka becoming a better person. And then way later she came back into play, and I thought, which made me very sad. I thought we had lost her when her and the other Kyoshi warriors they got attacked by the Thunder Cunt, aka Azula.
The
Um,
horrible trio.
yeah, and I thought we just lost her, but nope, got her back when Sokka and Zuko they went to the Boiling Rock. That was when we got her back, and then she kind of became a part of the crew there and helped out a lot, especially during the finale. Like
Mm.
she really like if it hadn't been for Suki, then oh both Sokka and Toph they probably wouldn't have made it really. And they wouldn't have made it off the Boiling Rock either, because she's the one who caught the the warden. So yeah, just Suki, amazing as well. Oh yeah, sorry, it's I can actually see there are some questions here on Streamlabs. So yeah, that's a good time to get into those. A couple of questions here. I just before we do that, I just see you had one other honorable mention. I don't know if it was more of a joke. So
It was a little bit. I was if I was running out of characters to put on the list, I could always just yell out randomly yell out Cabbage Guy.
yes,
But I think
my
my
cabbages.
joke was already ruined when someone else or multiple people started out by saying Cabbage Guy. Then it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, now goes my joke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was not that we really got to know the guy, but that
No,
was
no, but he was
a
a
fun
recurring
running.
joke, and that was amazing.
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
so there is one there.
Yes, all right. We got the first one here from Rhea PS Illa Rapes. Ray PS Illa Ra YPS. Sorry. Love your reactions. Thank you so
Thank
much. Your
you.
videos put a smile on my face every time. Oh, thank you so much.
Aw,
Oh, that's just real nice to know, and we
yeah.
love when people tell us that they enjoy our content, or if it makes them happy, or just makes their day a little bit better. That's
It's yeah, sorry.
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to say that's one of the big reasons why we really love doing this. Is
Yeah, and I think if not, watching the series was the biggest takeaway, then definitely you guys being so absolutely amazing and wonderful and just it just touches something in me, within me when people are saying that we have helped them or put a smile on their face or just when it people are so kind and then it's like if we help them just a
a
little
teeny
bit,
tiny bit,
yeah,
yeah.
people saying, oh, it's been such horrible times and you guys have really helped us. We have multiple of those people, and I hate it sounds like I'm tooting my own horn, but it's just it makes me happy and it really like yeah, it's just that's the reason why, as you said, why we're doing this, but
Mm.
also yeah, I can't even I can't even
Yes, it
describe it in
really just
words.
means a lot to us hearing stuff like that. So
Yeah,
thank you so much.
thank you.
Yes. Okay, the next one. Xavier B. What's your favorite of Aang's disguises? Keep in mind. Oh no. Peep and Paddle Puskalopopus. Damn it! I can't say it. Pip and Paddle Puskalopoulos. Damn it. All right, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Yeah, favorite Aang disguise.
I must say, but it's because it's so wonderful. But the Fire Nation one,
Oh,
I think.
the one that we saw first in the headband episode,
Mm.
which was also just such a nice episode, and um, the way that he kind of taught all the other children, to express themselves and dance and enjoy life,
Flamio
and
Hotman.
yes, and Flamio Hotman, that's that will forever live on. So yeah, I think that would definitely be one of the favorites. There were also, the silly ones where he was just basically wearing what he was always wearing, and then he just added a beard or something, like Pippin Petal Pascalopoulos, that one. And I loved like that. That was a funny little joke as well. How everybody knew how to say that extremely difficult word, no problem off the bat. Like he said it, and then Katara said it, and then Boomy said it, and it was just yeah.
But he's great. Just all of his disguises are great. So
Yes.
it's very hard to say especially or
When
specifically which one.
yeah, whenever Aang he wants to have fun, and that air nomadness comes back up, and the way he's doing it, it's always a lot of fun, a lot of fun. And I just quickly want to, I think the comment is gone now, but I saw it. Someone commented on us calling Sokka like sexist. We know that is because of his culture, and that was something that surprised us a little bit, that the waterbending culture, both the southern and the northern, they had some traditions that was like very old fashioned. But if it was supposed to also show facets of older societies that are more like real, that it is a part of our world. Like we used to be way more old fashioned and kind of fucking sexist when it came to no, women can't do that and guys shouldn't do that, and they all have like a place they should be and stuff like that. So that's what we mean with, we know that Sokka is not a bad person or anything. It's just
No, it's
the
just
culture, and but he learned and he grew. So that's the most important
he
thing.
is or was ignorant.
Yes, exactly. And that's not saying that he did it on purpose. There are plenty of people who, yeah, might hurt others, but not on purpose, and it's just because the way they think the world is, or the way they were brought up. And yeah, not that we want to get into all sorts of real life problems and stuff. Oh shit,
Oh,
is the
have a good
okay.
day on at work, George. I hope you're gonna enjoy
Oh,
your work.
all right. And I think that was it for the Streamlabs, so we can slowly but surely move on to the next little list that we have prepared. All right. Yeah, the next list that I wrote down, that was episodes. So do you want me to just list them off again, and then you'll concur, or be like, no, I put this one instead of that
Yeah,
one?
sure.
Yeah, okay. All right. At the top, and just be mindful once again that these lists, and especially these episodes and moments list that I'm gonna get to after, that we're gonna get to after the episodes, it's not like top one, two, three, four. It's more like top one and then all the others, or just a top 10 with our 10 favorites. But I couldn't not I could not wow, English. Hey. I had to put Sosin's Comet at the top, even though that is technically a four-parter, and if we had to divide them into, the four parts and only choose one part, then I think both of us would choose part four or part three.
Oh, that's tough.
I would probably choose part four, but yeah, either way, Sozin's Comet. Come on, the fucking amazing finale of like probably the best finale scene in when it comes to anything really, any show, and
Yes. And
Any movie, yeah.
it's good because it feels earned. It's not that sometimes when everything is just, everybody lives and nobody dies and everyone is happy and there's a happy ending and everything. I often feel like it sometimes can be a little bit too much, um, too unrealistic in a way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it gets too sweet in a sense. And this one is just because it feels earned, so it's not too sweet. It's just that perfect spot.
The perfect amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought so as well. And I already mentioned something that really struck a chord with me was just what Aang did, or what he chose not to do in the end, and not killing Osai, and the message that lies therein. So yeah, sorry, I don't want to step too much in the moments. I'm sorry. But yeah, that was just a big part of the finale, and how it really also was about, especially the last part about Avatar Aang and what it means, and oh yeah, and the Old Masters episode as well. I think that that's a big fan favorite, and there are some moments in that one that we're definitely going to talk about as well during our favorite moments. Maybe something
Oh God,
Iroh and
I
Zuko related.
completely forgot that one.
Oh well, then it's good I put it on my list.
Oh, now you're all gonna hate me.
No, 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 no. Definitely not. So yeah, Sozin's Comet. How can you not mention that? That's just fucking amazing. Um, and then I put
The Great Divide.
nope. The beach. No. I put the Firebending Masters as the next one. That was the next one that popped up.
I think that might actually have been my favorite.
Episode overall. Yeah, it's definitely
Perhaps.
way up there for me
At
too.
least, yeah. If it's not the my favorite because that could be Sozin's, that would be the second.
Yeah, yeah. I think same for me. It was just seeing Aang and Zuko go on this adventure together is something that we've just been waiting for so long. Sorry, something happened?
General Kenobi.
Oh. um, is he in the? Oh, he's in the chat. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
he went and said the thing.
Oh, you are a bold one. But yeah, that was just seeing those two together, Zuko and Aang, because they've just been mirroring each other through the entire series, and then they went on this quest to find the Sun Warriors, and then learning about firebending in a whole different way and seeing it in a whole new light, how it's like it's the sun, it's life giving, because every time they've been talking about fire and firebending. Before that, it was always this is the most dangerous element. Fire is alive and you can't control it, and it will burn down everything. And fire is destruction. And that episode just gave us a totally different perspective on that. And then yeah, it also has one of my favorite moments that yeah, we're gonna get into it. Um, and then I wrote down the Western Air Temple, just the episode right before the Firebending Masters.
Okay.
Because I really enjoyed that one. And that might also just be because I wanted Suku to join the gang. So when he finally did that, that was just such a yes moment.
Hello, Suko here.
Yes, hello Suku here. And they got rid of Sparky Boom Man in that one as well. And did he die? And yes, he did. So that was yeah, really enjoyed that episode. And then how can you not mention the tales of Ba Sing
Yeah.
Se?
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow! That was one of the first episode that was really like hyped up a lot before we saw it, and we
Yeah.
knew beforehand that okay, we're getting into something that people really enjoy here, something special. Um, and then when we started realizing that, oh, it is literally a lot of different small tales. And it started with Tough and Katara, I think, which was, yeah, that was
That was
amazing.
cute.
And it went straight into the Iroh one after that, I think, which is,
What about the soccer one?
oh, I think that was a little bit later.
Okay.
It ended with the Momo one, which was also surprisingly emotional, with him looking for Appa, and it came It came right before Appa's Lost Days, I think. That was the next episode we got after that. So it kind of led into that, and we saw the footprint um, from there when Long Feng he captured Appa, the bastard. So yeah, Ba Sing Se, Tales of Ba Sing Se, amazing, and once again, yeah, rest in peace, Mako, in honor of Mako. That was also a great moment. Sorry if I'm making you sad. And then I went all the way back to the first one here, the storm.
Yeah, me too. It's also straight after Tales of Basing Say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because that was the first episode where they really did the whole mirror thing between Aang and Zuko. And when we started to realize that, oh, this might actually be just as much about Zuko as it is about Aang. So
Sorry, it's just people are just saying funny things in the chat. Like,
oh,
did Jet wow, I can't even say it. Did Jet die? You know, it's really unclear.
yeah, I don't know. It was really unclear. Yeah. Yes. Keep doing that. Keep doing that.
Yeah, please.
Please, please. Um,
So that was
so
the storm, yeah.
yeah, the storm. Yeah, and that was great, and getting to the eye of the storm and just what it symbolized, and the thematics in this freaking show, just all the way through.
Yeah, and that was the first like real deep cut in the entire series where we started to really get into the character and really get into some of the depth we were
And we got the
experience.
flashback stuff, both with Aang and Zuko.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Learning about, and that was Iroh then telling the other Fire Nation soldiers on the ship, telling them about Zuko and why he's so fucking angry all the time. What happened to him, and we learned about the Acne Kai with Osai and the Scar, and with Aang it was learning about how he was so freaking like um embarrassed. Almost sounds like a small thing in that realm, but he just felt like he let the whole world down by running away when he learned he was to become the Avatar, and that's when and he let his own people down, and yeah, all that, and it just brought another level to the series from that episode. And then I wrote down the Blue Spirit
Yes.
after that,
Yes.
because just continuing with the very strong Aang and Zuko stuff. Even though at first we didn't know that it was Zuko, that's we found out.
But I think as soon as we saw he was carrying two swords, we knew it was him because we saw he was he was training with two swords earlier.
Yes, and he
So
had the two swords on the wall as well.
yeah, exactly. So
But it came as a surprise to Aang, definitely.
Mm.
And yeah, that was very entertaining and a lot of cool action in that. I remember really enjoying like those two trying to escape from that palace from the newly appointed. What was he? Did he get appointed to Admiral Shao
I think so.
at that point? When it started with him being like of a lower rank than the guy he was talking to, and then halfway through the conversation he got a letter, and then he was promoted, and then he outranked the other guy all of a sudden. Yeah, that was another amazing episode. And then I wrote down the Guru. Do you have that?
Nope.
No? Okay. Fair enough. That's yeah, I've really enjoyed that episode, and I think we've already talked about why. It's because of the character, the Guru Patik, and everything he told Aang. So
Everything about the chakras and everything.
yeah. So let's just continue on from that one. Then I have the chase.
I don't have that one.
Oh, okay. That's the episode where you talked about. That was the thing you saw or got sort of spoiled when they were all they surrounded Azula, and she used the lightning on Iroh. I enjoyed how all the characters and like they all converged in that one, and we saw, for example, like how freaking powerful Azula was, that she could take on all of them, how she was just a very worthy foe. and also very much with Toph and Iroh, because Toph kind
Yeah.
of like left, because yeah, she got in a fight and she left, and then she bumped into Iroh, or like she heard him, and then she kind of used some earth bending, and knocked him over, and then they had tea and talked afterwards, and we got some more great Iroh quotes. So that was the chase, but you didn't have that one.
No.
And then I have Suka alone. Do you have that one?
I have that then because I didn't know if I didn't know where to put it, if I should put it in the top or not. So it's that and Blind Bandit. Those two are my honorable mentions at least.
All right, yeah, yeah. I'm sure I could put in many honorable mentions. But yes.
Well, all of it is one big honorable mention.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
so
much.
That's not.
But yeah, Zuko alone, that was just once again just getting to know Zuko even better and getting more flashback stuff and learning about his mother and the relationship he had with his mother and Osai and Azula, and Asulan as well. It was just yeah, getting to learn more about the Fire Nation actually. That was just amazing. And then just how they structured the episode with him being like the lone samurai kind of thing, and they did the samurai western stuff, and yeah, I always enjoy stuff like that. And then I have at the bottom, like at the bottom, it sounds like it's my least favorite of all the ones that I mentioned here, but it's just another one of my favorites, and that is the Avatar and the Fire Lord, because yeah, even more backstory, and specifically with Roku and Sosin, and we kind of already talked about what that episode did. So, but what's some of the ones that you had that I did not?
Siege of the North.
Oh fuck yes, yeah, Siege
I
of the
think
North.
that was a really good one, and especially with the whole Yue thing, and there was
Oh
a lot of
yes.
this spirit world thing that we got into. That was
Mm.
amazing, and that's rough, buddy. That, that you lost your
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, he said that.
about when Sokka he was
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
telling about it, and then
My girlfriend turned into the moon.
yeah, exactly.
That's rough, buddy.
So yeah, it was a great episode, or
Two-parter, really, yeah.
and it was a wonderful way of closing off the first season.
Yeah, like now that I think about it, like the first of this finale to book one, that's I think I might even prefer that over the finale to the second book. But that's not a surprise coming from me. So
yeah, I don't even have the finale of the second.
No, no, no.
So yeah, I got did you say Apple's Lost Days?
I didn't actually.
Because that was.
Should have put it there, but
as you all know by now, I'm pretty huge fan of Appa, and I think that was a very important message, and a very 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 emotional episode. It was wonderful, and I was basically just heartbroken through all of it. So yeah, of course that's yeah, one of my favorites. And I have Sokka's Master.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was great, especially for Sokka's character and his development as a person. I think that was amazing and beautiful in its own way, and yeah, it was just very nice and cool sword and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then did you say Firebending Masters?
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
did.
you did,
I did.
okay.
That was at the top pretty much.
Right, okay.
And I can just see some of you guys mentioning, yeah, Ko the Face Stealer. Just now that we mentioned the finale to book one,
That thing.
and yeah, going to the spirit world there. That was some of what I really loved from those two episodes there, and we still need to watch that thing from
Escape from the spirit world?
yeah, yeah, it was a video game or something. Yeah, we need to watch that actually. Maybe we should do that soon and put it up as one of our Patreon exclusive videos, just like we did with the Prince Zuko's Destiny one. So yeah, maybe.
Yes, and I put Eclipse, the Eclipse, on.
Oh yes, the Day of Black Sun Part
2.
2. Yes. that was also, yeah,
Or just yeah, well yeah, especially part two. Yeah,
amazing.
I
And I
think that
just
was great.
remembered a moment that I did not put on my top moments list
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that
But
I
I
have
have
to.
it. I have it.
Good,
Don't
good,
worry,
good.
I
As
have it.
long as one of us do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was yeah, because that was my list. I just wanted to mention very quickly my least favorite episode of the entire series was the Amber Island Players. So please don't hate me, but that was my least favorite, and I thought it was a waste of time. And that's just me. So
That's
let's
fair
just
enough.
move on to the moments because you were just I was just saying
Yeah,
the eclipse.
exactly, exactly.
And my absolute favorite moment of the whole entire series was Zuko standing up to his father and saying, "No, I don't want any more of your abuse.
Mm,
I'm leaving." And then he
yes.
just redirected the lightning, right? He redirected it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the first time we saw him do that. And he was, yeah, talking to Osai and just telling him that, yeah, as you said, I'm not gonna take your fucking abuse anymore. I'm not even gonna kill you because that's not my destiny. That's the Avatar's destiny. My destiny is to fucking help the Avatar defeat you. And that was just so fucking powerful. So yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because that's definitely way up there for me as well. Even though I actually forgot to put it on my list, but
It was
as someone is also saying in
it was
the
my first. It was the first thing for me.
yeah, yeah, but as someone is also saying in the chat, it's pretty damn impossible to do any sort of top 10 lists or any sort of lists when it comes to Avatar because everything is just so fucking awesome. And I just want to mention quickly, it's not because we don't like Crossroads of Destiny. Um, and I definitely appreciate that episode way more now in hindsight. And I can totally see the comparisons to The Empire Strikes Back. And that was a movie that wasn't received very well as well back when it came out. Like a lot of people were angry that oh it ended on a downer. How could you? But looking back, it's amazing. So yeah, I've definitely grown to love that episode way more. So I just love other stuff more, but it's not that I don't love it.
I just thought it was funny. You were rooting for Suga from the friggin' beginning. Of course, that was your favorite. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. You know me.
Exactly.
You know me by now.
Exactly. All right. I just quickly here there are some more
Oof.
Streamlabs that we can get into as well. 'Cause
And no, I'm not kidding. I really didn't like the Impa Island players.
I did, but yeah. I thought it was a very clever way to do a recap episode and also poke fun at some of the little inaccuracies here and there. For example, like Zuko's scar being in different. Yeah. So a lot of good stuff. Um, and a lot of good humor. All right, so we have one here from Zuko. Zuko. If you could pick a Atla pet, excluding Appa, Momor, or a dragon, keep in mind nothing is faster on land or water than a giant eelhound. Okay, shit. If we had to
That's
pick something that's not Appa, Momor,
platypus
or
bear.
would you want a platypus bear?
No.
That big fucking thing?
Yeah, and they lays eggs. I don't want that. No, I was maybe that moose moose.
Saber-tooth moose lion.
Yeah.
Moose lion. Saber-tooth moose lion. That was the thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. If I can have it not grow up and just keep it as a pet, as a like a
If it's a pet, it's a
puppy,
pet.
puppy, or yeah, whatever you want to say.
But you
Uh,
took away the cutest ones, and I don't want. Oh, a penguin.
oh yes, a penguin. Yeah, that I think that might be something. Oh no. Turtle duck.
Turtle dog. Yeah, I guess.
A turtle
A
duck.
turtle dog.
A
A
turtle
turtle
duck, of
dog.
course.
I want the turtle dog.
Yeah, or the koala sheep as
No,
well.
turtle ducks.
Oh,
You
okay.
said the turtle ducks. No, I'm adamant. It's the turtle ducks.
It's the turtle ducks. All right, all right.
Or the
Thank-
geese.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. That's and I didn't put that on my favorite. One of my
put-
favorite moments.
It's my next thing on the list.
It
It's
is. Oh, that's
It's the fortune teller, and it's everything with Sokka in the fortune teller.
yes. That's just fucking amazing. And when he throws that rock and it hits one of those goose thingies, and it just flies straight at him and just attacks his head or his face, and he's just like just crawling away,
And the
just
sounds that
miserably.
thing is making is just
That thing being Sokka, or the thing being
the goose
the
thing.
goose? Yes, that too, that too. Yeah.
I
I,
don't think you can keep a lion turtle as a pet though.
no,
I
you would need
feel
a very big place
it's
to
too
do
sentient. It's
that.
too sentient.
That too, that too,
It's
yeah.
Maturin. You don't want that.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for the question and
Thank you.
for the donation, Suko. And then we have another one from Anuffy. Can we talk about lightning scar relations and Sin his back running away from his destiny and Suko in his chest running towards his destiny? Huh? I'm not quite sure
I
I
can.
understand it. Can we talk about lightning scar relations and Sin his back running away from his destiny
Ah,
and Suko?
Aang's. Yeah, yeah. Well, like the
Oh,
scars, like so.
oh, okay, okay,
It's
like
symbolic. So the reason, like, why Aang has a scar in the back.
yes, and Suko has a scar in the face on the
Yeah,
front side. Okay, yes, I get it. Thank you so much, Anafi. Yeah.
and like the relations between how you have it in your back, that means he was running away from his destiny. That's why he has the scar in the back.
Yes,
And the reason why Sugo has it in the face was because he was running towards
yes, but
his
later
destiny.
on he got a scar here, like literally in his chest.
Oh yeah, was that the?
Um,
Oh yeah,
but
that was the chest.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but
that's
that
true.
and that was from when he tried to like redirect
Yeah, yeah, and it was
Azula's lightning, and yeah,
lightning
yeah.
based. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, same thing, and that is yeah, very spot on, and actually something I hadn't thought about. That is very saying when it comes to their characters. That yes, Aang a lot of the time did run away from his responsibilities, and that is how it all started, and it is the base of his fears, I think, as well, or his shame, which is it the fear that is located there in the lower back as well, with the chakras, and that's what got unlocked, and
Mm.
yeah, holy shit, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And then Zuko just, yeah, running towards his destiny, even though he might not at first truly understand what is his destiny and what is just a destiny someone else has decided. And all of that, yeah, some great symbolism there. More symbolism, thematics. Fucking mwah, love it. And thank you so much once again for the comment.
Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you.
Yes, and then we got another one from Austin D. Thanks for all the great content. Love the Patreon exclusives.
Aw,
You're welcome.
welcome.
What would you like to see explored in Korra or in future animated Avatar series? What about the world and the lore interests you the most?
I
Ooh.
actually think the spirit world
I was just about to, yeah.
is the most interesting thing for me, and this whole thing with yeah, well, how the spirit world and the material world, how it's all melded together and it's all one. And we knew that from the swamp and from also a little bit from the guru, that how everything is just melded together in one big meshwork.
Mm.
And I just really want to explore even more of that spirituality and all of that.
Mm.
It's kind of a little bit like the force almost.
Yeah,
And
definitely. And
it's just
any connections there
mm.
between Star Wars and Avatar? Yeah, I love it.
I'm not a spiritual person. I just love when there's like some sort of spiritual lore or something that you can explore in
Yeah,
both
yeah,
religion and also in like fictional works. I think that's
yeah. Same here. That's my thing as well. If I could really dive more into something Avatar related, or if there's something I'm hoping that we're gonna see more of in The Legend of Korra, it is the spirit world and the spirit stuff. And I'm kind of expecting for them to definitely get more into that, because that is something that at the point that we are in right now in the story in The Legend of Korra, that is something she's not really that good at, is the whole spirit
spiritual.
yes, spiritual side of it. Where like yeah, she's way better at actually doing the combat and the bending, except for airbending. But yeah, still that's where we are in the story right now. So yeah, the answer is spirit world and more with that. And was there? Nope, yeah, I think that was that's also what interests us the most. Yes, and I just like in general getting into the whole story and also the spirituality of it. And booyah, good stuff, good
Yes.
stuff. All right.
Do you have something on your list?
Yes, yes. Let's get back to the moments, because not that we need to wrap up like right now, but can't go on forever, of course. So yeah, what I have at the top of my moments list is something that I've already mentioned is Aang taking away Osai's bending.
Yeah, and I have that as my third entry on the list as well. So
Perfect,
yeah,
perfect. So let's talk about that. And you said you had something you
yeah.
wanted to say
Somebody
about
asked what we felt about it,
Hmm?
and I just think apparently it's to some controversy
It's a
wow,
it's a controversial choice, or
or well, it's a topic at least because so many people think it's controversial, or it's not fitting, or it's like a Deus Machina or something like that. Where it's like I don't know, it's just I felt it was so powerful, and
mm,
I even said it in other words. I can't remember. I think it was actually in the Phoenix King, where it's like, I wish you could just like take away his bending in a way. Can you break his arms or something? And it's just so I don't think it's something that it came out of nowhere. It's always been Aang's person not to do this, like not to be that kind of person.
mm,
That's why he ran away. For God's sake, he was told to have he has this amazing or huge responsibility. He has to save the world, and he has to save the world by killing people. And I think that was a big part of why he was running away, because he knew that he had to face some difficult decisions, and he's like 12 years old, and you can't make those decisions at that point.
mm.
And I just think it was really, underlining the important thing about Avatar is, for me at least, the most important takeaway from this series is that you should always stay true to yourself. And
Mm.
yeah, you should stay true to yourself and figure out what's your destiny, and you are allowed to make mistakes, because everybody has good in them and everybody has bad in them.
Yeah, 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 of course. Like no one really is perfect or anything like that, but it was just it was so in line with Aang's character, everything he stood for, and the fact that he was not just the Avatar, he was Avatar Aang, and he needed to be true to that. And even though someone like Avatar Kyoshi just told him to basically just man the fuck up and do what you need to do, just kill him, I would do anything I had to do. And that was her person, that was her character, that was what she stood for, and like she would gladly sacrifice like her own ideals and yeah, to save the world. And same with I don't remember her name, but the other airbender avatar that Aang talked to was also like, you should put the needs of the world in front of your own. But I just, yeah, still very, very, very much like the way that they ended up doing it, with taking away his bending and what it represented, that um, bending the souls, and that uh, darkness was always going to yield to or yield to I can't remember the direct quote. Sorry, I don't know if you have it.
What? Sorry.
You don't, not even listening. No, but the quote that the lion turtle, what it tells Aang about, darkness always
Yield
yields to
to uh
purifying light. That's the
yeah.
word. Yeah, sorry, purifying light. And how you can, even someone as bad as Osai, like you can turn it. And of course, this is a fantasy series. This is basically a kids show. It's a little more simplistic in that way. You can't just in real life just physically just turn someone good or remove some of the bad from them. But it's still in the spirit of no, we shouldn't just resort to we can't control this person or this person is bad or we disagree with this person or this nation or something. Let's just fucking kill them. That's yeah, I would say very rarely that is the solution. So it's just it really spoke to us a lot, and that is why it's a top moment. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I just can't seem to get rid of that thing. All right, and then after that I have
Oh, sorry, I just forgot to mention. Somebody's talking about whether we think that the lion turtle is Deus Ex Machina, and since we've seen lion turtles hinted at from the beginning,
Yeah, yeah,
literally from the intro sequence where Aang is on his air scooter, and he
bumping into a lion turtle.
a lion turtle.
Yeah.
All those big statues, that those are lion turtles.
Mm.
So I don't think it's as like a out of nowhere thing
Mm.
because it's been actually been hinted from almost from the beginning.
Yeah,
So
there's also something about in the library, and maybe it is
exactly.
something that like maybe they didn't exactly plan it out that this is what we're gonna end up with, that he's gonna talk to a lion turtle and it's gonna tell him to do something we haven't seen before. But it was still an element that yeah, it didn't come out of nowhere. I would definitely say yeah. And then we have the Suko and Iroh reunion is what I wrote next.
Yeah, I forgot to put that on.
Yes, but that is just emotionally, oh, so fucking good seeing
Yeah.
that hug and hearing Iroh say, "I was never angry at you. I was just afraid that you had lost your way," and yeah, all of that. And he had lost his way, and then he found it. And, oh,
It was really powerful, yeah.
oh, so powerful. And how can you not tear bend when that's happening?
Yeah, by the way, somebody asked, of course I'm a waterbender because I bend tears all the time, so I'm a waterbender.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. And then I have from the Firebending Masters, Aang and Zuko dancing with the
Me
dragons.
too, I also have that one.
Amazing, and that's one of the scenes where and that actually fits very well with the Streamlabs that just came in from Secret Tunnel Nomads. Please talk soundtrack, songs, and unbelievable swells of emotion brought on by music. And that was one of the examples from that episode of the Firebending Masters.
I've been shoulder shimmying all this time
Yes,
to one of the most powerful
tracks.
tracks, and
Yeah.
of course it's the one that's basically the dragon or the Firebending Masters theme, and that was just
Yeah.
everything came together in that episode. That's why I love it so much.
So good, so good. And with the colors, when they do the fire breathing there, and it just envelops Aang and Zuko. Whew, yeah, that was such a powerful moment. And then yeah, the music in that one. Oh my God, that was so good. And it's something like it's a piece of music we've heard before during the credits, but then it's just amplified there, and it makes so much more sense. And it really is like the fire bending slash Suko soundtrack almost that we're getting there. Whereas we have the Avatar Aang track more as the intro to the series, and yeah.
And speaking of audio side, about voice actors and stuff, I actually think, of course, they're great voice actors and they're doing such a great job, all of them. But I would like to highlight Katara's voice actress. I don't know what they're called. I think she did such an amazing job throughout the whole thing, and I think she might be my favorite of them all in her capabilities and the way she was able to go from all around the um,
Spectrum.
spectrum of
Yeah,
feelings and everything. I think she did.
yeah. I think yeah, put that up there. Then Mako, of course, as Iroh, and oh, what's his Dante
Dance,
something?
yeah.
Yeah, the one. Yeah,
Suko, yeah.
Zuko. Yes, amazing. of course, also Aang and Sokka's voice actors, and Toph. I can't. I'm so bad with names just when it comes like in general. So very sorry that we don't really remember the actors, voice actors' names. But the at that point probably you could say girl, but now the woman who voiced Toph was so good that they used her before in the fortune teller episode as the little girl who had a crush on Aang,
Uh,
and then they brought her in as the voice of Toph later on because she was just too good. I
mm.
think that's what the story was at least. Um, so yeah, that's just some and you, even though he wasn't in the series a lot and he didn't really do any like how can you not talk about Mark Hamill? Because he's Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I
Come on.
just think that he was very Mark Hamill-esque. It was not like he was challenged as a voice actor or anything like that.
No,
So
no, it was just good.
it was nice to hear his voice. Yeah,
It's always nice
it
to hear
was
his voice.
it was nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just while we were still talking about the music, I think there's this actually two of my favorite moments as well, where the music is a big part of it. And the first one for me is when Roku shows up
Oh,
at the Winter Solstice Part 2 when they're at his tower, and Aang, he gets into the room, and the gate kind of closes behind him, and they're all standing on the other side, the
Guardians.
firebending acolytes and yeah, the guardian things, and we got we got Katara and Sokka and Zuko as well, and then Xiao turned up. And then when the doors open and Roku is standing there and just being a fucking badass and just channeling like through Aang, doing the firebending, and then with the very epic music, and the choir, and yeah, that's one of them. And then the next one I think is one we both have is the Agnikai between Zuko and Azula.
My God.
Whoa, the music in that one. Damn, it just went straight from the heart. Like I have to admit, and I don't know if you can actually see it in the reaction when it happens. I just make a quick comment about the music, but when it starts and Azula she blasts off like her first burst of
Flame.
blue flame, yeah. and then the music starts and it's just the sound effects from the fire bending and the fighting, it kind of takes a back seat to the music. Oh, that was just so powerful. I can't even
And it was
thinking about it now is just yeah almost emotional.
yeah, because it was emotional. It was so sad because imagine a world where siblings are pitted against each other for a fight of death.
Yeah, it was fucking sad. It was what it was. Like
Yeah,
even though it
this
was an amazing fight. Yeah, sorry, I'm just echoing what you're saying.
it,
Even though it was an amazing fight, that was not like the big
it's
part of
not
it was.
supposed to be an amazing fight.
Mm.
They're siblings.
Yeah, yeah, it's
It's
awesome to look at. Yeah, but with the music and considering what's going on, it's just
exactly.
and someone said oh yeah, well, good old Sweel said that every frame in that last Agnikai deserves to be framed. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just mwah, perfect moment, and especially when it came to the music. So yeah, once again, Secret Tunnel Nomads. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
And now that we are talking about songs as well, or no, we weren't, but you mentioned songs. So I quickly want to do that. A fun one is, of course, What's in Your Name with Secret Tunnel, Secret Tunnel. And then we also have. Are you there? Yeah. Then we also have the from Tales of Ba Sing Se,
Leaves on the no.
Leaves on the Vine.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is yeah, once again just very sad and emotional, but amazing, and another amazing moment that I also have on my moments list here. The whole Iroh thing with the tree and in honor of Mako. So yeah, amazing, amazing. And then I also have the Guru explaining the chakras
Yeah,
on my
me
moments
too. Me
list.
too. It's yeah, yeah.
And I know we've already talked about that a little bit, but that was just so damn interesting, and it's all of those like with the way the chakras were connected to what Aang had gone through or how the world was. Yeah, that was pretty spot on, I think, and just everything Guru Patik was saying was just yeah
But
beautiful.
yeah, but it's also because I love I think I've said this many times before, but there is something about uh the whole chakra thing and a lot about is it Buddhism that believes in chakras? I don't know exactly which religion that, but at least I am very very much taken have taken an interest in all of the chakras, and I like those old yeah religious, it sounds wrong, but yeah, I like that. It's also the main thing that I liked about Doctor Strange, the Marvel movie, and yeah, I just love that. Yeah, that's why I love the whole Guru Patik thing, because I love the whole chakra thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I love those good teaching moments and a good master and apprentice thing
Mm.
going on. And that episode, um, with all of the guru's teachings, that it had so much Yoda and Luke vibe going on there, and Obi-Wan and Luke as well. And yeah, that was just whenever there's any sort of Star Wars reference, then you know it's gonna get me.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, have you seen these?
Oh, yeah, we got presents.
You got presents. I remember you sent us pictures of yours back when we announced that we were gonna watch it.
Oh,
So.
all right. And we actually have a question here that's asking about a specific moment, or like asking about moments
Mm?
in the show. Yeah, let me just find it from Derek John. Favorite Iroh moment that really spoke or stood out to you the most. Love the stream. Thank you so much, Derek, and thank you
Um.
so much for your support as well.
How about all of them?
How about all of them? Yeah.
It's honestly, it's impossible. It's impossible for me to actually point out my favorite and that what stood out and everything.
Hmm.
Um,
I
I
like.
think.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. No, no, you go, you go.
I think the first time he gets kind of mad. It's not like he's losing patience with Zuko. It's just at some point he gets cutthroat with Zuko, and he's like, "What do you want? Is this your destiny?
Oh
What
yeah,
is it
in
like?"
the Lake Lao Guy
Is that the
episode.
one where he's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, where he's just basically just
Oh, that's such a powerful scene as well.
yeah, where he's like, "Hey, make
Yeah,
up your mind."
exactly. And yeah, he just shows up there, and yeah, Zuko is about to take Appa
Yeah, he's like, "You always you never think."
these things through.
Yeah,
Yeah, and likens it to the situation at the North Pole when he had Aang, but then he didn't know where to go with him. He did like he and if Katara and the others, if they hadn't showed up, then he wouldn't have made it. So it's just yeah, that's some tough love from Iroh. Yeah, definitely. I would put that way up there as an amazing Iroh moment amongst all
but
of the amazing Iroh moments.
exactly. For me, I can't
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
it out because every little nanosecond
Hmm.
with Iroh is worth its weight in gold.
Yes. I also really enjoy when Iroh and Aang actually got to have like they got to get some they got some alone time together, you could say, in the Crossroads of Destiny episode, where they are making their way through the underground, and it's
Mm.
the whole um, you may never see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you keep going and stuff like that, and yeah, I just thought there was some great stuff, and yeah, all everything I wrote is amazing. All right. I think we're getting towards the end here when it comes to moments.
For you, at least.
For me, at least, yeah. What else did I have? Then I have oh yeah, the ocean spirit.
Oh, the Avatar.
Yeah, that yeah, the end of book one at the North Pole. Once again, yeah, that was pretty damn amazing when we thought that things were just going completely to shit, and the moon spirit was dead, and then Aang went into the Avatar state and
Mm.
kind of worked together with the ocean spirit, and we got that big koi fish spirit that just wrecked shop and pushed all of the Fire Nation ships out of the bay. That was so powerful, and that was another moment with where the music was just on point and so powerful all the way through. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then I did mention, yeah, the in honor of Mako moment. Appa saves the day from Lake Laogai. That was just amazing. Because that was yeah after Iroh kind of gives Zuko some tough love, and then obviously they let Appa go, and then we get to the gang. They're standing up there topside again, and they're surrounded by the Dai Li agents and Long Fang, and then Momo flies off into like up towards the sun, and it just it's quiet for like a quick second, and then Appa just descends on them and saves them and skips Longfeng across the pond, which yeah, I still very much enjoyed that moment. And then I have the last two here for me. It's in the form of quotes
Mm?
that I really liked, or quotes from those two moments. The first one being, and I might be paraphrasing, but in another life, do you think we might have been friends from the Blue Spirit? And yeah, it was a quiet moment, quick moment when Aang had gotten Zuko to safety and put him on a bed of leaves, by the way, which was sweet. And then he asks him the question whether or not they could have been friends in a past life. And it's quiet for a little bit, and then Zuko just blasts him or tries to. Yeah, that was pretty powerful.
Pushing him away.
Yeah, he was. And then kind of building on that is the flashback moment from the Western Air Temple when Iroh and Zuko they were at the Western Air Temple just shortly after the Agni Kai Zuko had with his father, and um, Zuko is like, I must find the Avatar to restore my honor, and then at the what's happening in the present day in that episode is him finding the Avatar to restore his honor, but just in a different way than he thought he was going to. And Iroh also says some good things in that with we don't really know the extent of our destinies. Yeah, paraphrasing, but yeah, stuff like that.
We did talk about the dragon dance, right?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
yeah, great.
Definitely.
Because somebody is saying no love, but we talked about it, so.
Oh yeah. Lots of love when it comes to the dragon dance
And the episode in
yeah, the
general.
five ending masters. Like it's at the very top for us episodes wise.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I have a couple of things that you didn't mention.
Yeah.
I had the dancing with the headband episode.
Yeah.
Because I think I couldn't remember more of moments that really stood out to me at that point when I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I have written down when Aang was losing Appa or lost Appa and he was freaking out.
Oh, in the desert.
After
he
killed the it was after he killed the
vulture wasp. Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
And that's the only time we've seen Aang kill anything or anyone in the series, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
I think he killed some of those in the Great Divide as well. perhaps.
Not quite sure.
Okay, yeah, but anyway, that whole scene where he just freaks out and he
Yeah.
goes into a mental breakdown, and Katara actually is able to hug him out of this whole situation.
Oh yeah,
Was
yeah. She takes his hand and pulls and hugs him, and oh yeah, that's another
and
yeah.
it was so you can really feel his pain throughout the whole episode, and oof, yeah, it was yeah, it is just accumulated and just was yeah, he basically imploded at that point. Um, then I have written down the betrayal. Um,
Sorry, I just saw another. The betrayal,
yeah,
which is
the betrayal of um when May betrays
oh yes,
Azula.
oh yeah. I almost put that one on there as well. That was great to see. That yeah, Ty Lee and May they won't just follow Azula blindly all the time. And that love is stronger than fear. Yeah.
Yeah, and also just like I think May, like how they portrayed May in that episode, where you could see all of her hurt, you could see all of her
Oh
pain,
yeah,
and
that quick shot of her
just her
her
eyes.
and Zuko locking eyes there when he closes the door and she's in the cell. Yeah, amazing animation.
She's so hurt, but I
Mm,
think that's when she made up her mind and she was like, "Okay, I'll follow you." And I that was just so powerful, and
mm,
yeah, one of the many powerful scenes, and I think they did such a great job both in like painting, or like especially in painting her, but also writing
yeah.
this whole thing. Um, and then I think the last thing I have on the list is Sokka and the tent
Yeah, that's what
for
I saw
just
was
for
in the comedic purposes.
comedic
Yeah.
purposes. It was like I don't think I've laughed as hard as I did.
No, I should have put that one on there as well because I laughed a lot as well, and it still makes me smile just thinking about that moment. Just oh, you wanted to see Sokka as well? Oh, no. I don't need to. No, what?
Nope, nope.
And he just goes in there, and then you just see Sokka laying there, and he gets so frightened by the fact that it was Suko and not Suki who stepped in the tent that he just fucking swallows the rose he has in his mouth. It just disappears like. I fucking love it. Yeah, that's so much levity and so many comedic moments in this series
Yeah,
still.
I just very
Could
quick.
make a whole list just about that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
A whole video just about that.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah.
yeah. I just it's totally unrelated, but somebody said it's confirmed that you're taller than me, and no, you're not. I'm just putting it out there.
No.
I am taller than Sunny.
I am small,
Yes,
very small.
and I love him because of it. So
Not the only reason, but
no. But it's, instead of saying I love you despite you being small, I'm saying I love you.
yes, it's a contributing factor.
It's a very big contributing factor.
All right. We have a question here from Suki by the tent.
Oh, that's perfect timing. Oh, that's perfect timing. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for that. That was just perfect. Just the name. And then we have the question. Whose whose long hair is better? Zuko's or Sokka's? Hmm.
I think as soon as we see when Sokka gets back, or they get back from, I think he gets shaven again, like he gets
The sides.
side shaven. So I would say Zuko,
Yeah.
because he actually keeps his hair and he has that beautiful top knot thing, or the ponytail, or some. It's a top knot, right? Because he has
Yeah.
that
I think you.
beautiful.
Yeah, I guess you would call it that. Yeah. Yeah. I think I would. I guess I would say Zuko's as well. Even though when we do get to see Sokka with his hair down, it is a lot of fun. And
They are all
It's,
very handsome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And especially thinking about that scene where it's in. Is it in the Bitter Work episode? It's the scene with the um saber-tooth moose lion cub
Yeah.
where he's trapped in that hole and his hair is like like a freaking carrot. So yeah, that's that's it for your
List,
moments,
yeah.
your lists. Fair enough.
Yeah, Katara has the most beautiful hair, but is it even a competition?
No, probably not. And then someone who used to have beautiful hair apparently was Azula, and then she cut it off, and yeah, her mom showing up, or not really showing up, but just the memory of her mom showing up, and um, that was also like, yeah, when it comes to Azula, I know we haven't talked a lot about her, and that she's a fan favorite, many people's favorite, one of their favorites at least, and her whole journey. And I just quickly want to say that it's not that we or I hate Azula at all. There's like she's not my favorite still, but I think that she was a good villain and a very worthy foe. And there are only just a couple of nitpicks I have that are still kind of there from book two a little bit, but that's it. Other than that, I do like her. Like it's not I think the series is lesser for having her as a character at all, and I love how her journey ended. And that sounds weird because I feel very bad for her, but
Yeah,
I
he's
love that they showed that and they got to that side of her, and showed that no, she's of course she's not perfect. Yeah.
no, she's like the most tragic character of all of them,
Mm,
and she
yeah.
just is. And I think, even though I definitely I was not on the hate train, I still feel like everything got um yeah, everything started to make sense the
Mm.
further down the road we went, and the more we got to know Azula and just seeing her unravel before our eyes. I think that was very nice, and also contributed to why some people find her so amazing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I can definitely understand why people find her amazing. But
Yeah, me too, definitely. It's not lost on us or anything. They're just characters that we kind of they yeah drew us in more than she did. You could say. But all the characters, like everyone we met throughout the entire series, I don't think there's a character where I was like, oh, I hope we never see that person again, or I hope they never use that again, or that was a mistake to have that. I don't think so, at least. Like there's nothing stands out like that to me, where it's just like yeah, an eyesore or something when looking at like the series overall.
I did miss Cabbage Guy though.
Yeah, we didn't really get to
It's
see him past the Tales of Ba Sing Se. That was the last time we saw him.
Oh yeah, well, I was just about to say, yeah, well, we didn't see him all the way through season three and even like a big chunk of season two. But you're right, that was mid season two. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it was yeah, chapter 15, I think it was, and he also gave up on his like signature line in that last scene we got with him, where with that giant oh, what did they call that creature? Bunny Roo or something? Or it was Rabbit Roo, Rabbaroo, the big bunny, the big rabbit, was just eating his cabbages, and he only gets to say my cabbage, and then it's like crunches down on one of the cabbages, and he's just like, ah, forget it. Yeah, that's amazing, amazing, amazing. And I see you guys are still talking in the chat, and that's great. Because now we've mentioned everything we sort of prepared. So now for the remainder of the stream, which is, oh, I was just about to say until we hit around 2 hours, but I see that we are already past that point.
It's been a while
It's
since we
it's
passed that point.
it actually has. It's just time flies when you're having fun. And enjoying something, which yeah, this is very enjoyable, and I've kind of missed doing this. Just these talking live streams, and I know I've said it many times. I am still gonna do my weekly live show at some point. I just want to make sure that I have a some sort of a lineup of things that I want to talk about, and that I've prepared beforehand, and maybe some guests and some people that I can interview and talk to, and so it's not only me um, on the stream. And then maybe you can join in as well when you have time to do
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Um, and oh, something funny happening.
No, that was just it was just so it was a bit shady. Um, can I just ask a question not related to Avatar? You just did.
Nice.
The snork.
Yeah. Right, he's gonna check Streamlabs again. So yeah, okay. So this is the point where we are nearing the end of the stream. I think that what we're aiming for here is ending it in like 9 or 10 minutes, depending on what clock I'm looking at here. But then it's gonna be well, for us it's gonna be 10 p.m. But for you, some depending on where you are in the world, it's just yeah, it's a nice even number. So ending it right around there. So if you have any questions, any burning questions or comments that you really want us to get to or talk about, then you can still send it in through Streamlabs. The link is down in the description at the very top. And then you can also donate a little bit to our channel if you'd like to do so. It's not required at all, but it would be much appreciated, because this is, for me, this is what I am doing. This is my day job now, so to say, is making these videos and doing the streams and all of that. And then you have all of a sudden a lot on your plate as well, just outside of this, and really doing a lot of work with teaching, and very soon you're gonna get back to being in a lab, and I'm so excited for you and so happy for you. And it's just yeah, it's the reason why we can't do like 2 The Legend of Korra episodes per week, for example, because we can pretty much only watch stuff on Fridays. And
that's gonna change now. Expanse is coming out on Wednesdays.
yeah, so it's gonna be Wednesdays instead of Fridays probably. Or
Yeah, it's gonna change. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna change, but yeah, keeping it to 1 day a week so that don't overwork, or yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to either work 10 hours for 4 days plus that 1 day where I work at the other place. Or I have to work 5 days with like around 7 hours. And yeah, and then still, so that means I have to work full time for 6 days a week.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's,
and you also want some free time. And
yeah, I need a lot of like mental space out.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just to say that for now, that's Fridays when we are watching The Mandalorian and 1 episode of Legend of Korra, and then I'm watching some Naruto during the week, and then hopefully this Monday, Major Dad and I are gonna get back into watching some stuff. It's gonna be Letters from Iwo Jima. So yeah, depending on when you watch this video, if you're watching it on the replay, then maybe some of the stuff we're talking about has already come out, and yeah, maybe not. All right. Let me just refresh the Streamlabs. I don't think there is anything new. Nope, the last one is still from Suki by the tent. I love that username. That's amazing. So maybe just for the last few minutes here, we can also try and see if we can address some of the stuff that's in the chat towards the end.
Katara and Zuko, yeah, there was somebody asking about because I was actually in the of the belief that Katara and Zuko like end
Oh,
up
that they were
together.
gonna be a thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
an item.
because I was spoiled by someone in the comments. I thought, and then in the end, when I was just all the time I was waiting and waiting and waiting, but nothing ever happened, and I was just like, okay, it's not like I'm mad at this, but I was not expecting it.
I think it was something that they considered doing, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they considered it going that route, and it was sort of apparent in some of the episodes that they were thinking about it, and I think they also poked fun at it in the Ember Island Players episode. That was some of the stuff that they were poking fun at during the performance there. So yeah, that was more fun. Yeah.
What element would you be bending if you were a bender?
Oh, I think I would be either just if I have to like be realistic about it, like what would fit, like if you look at like the traits of a firebender or an earthbender, waterbender, airbender, like what's most me, then it's probably water, maybe.
You think it's water?
Water or fire.
I might think you're actually more of a fire.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of passion and you have a lot of
I can also get very angry. You
yeah,
guys haven't really seen that, and you don't want to see that.
I didn't
You
want to
saw
see it.
a glimpse of it if you've seen one of the latest Naruto reactions, where I got very mad at myself for forgetting to press record, and then I had to watch the episode again, and I was not happy about that, and I'm not good at hiding it either. So yeah, I think you're probably right, and then you're a waterbender then,
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
100% waterbender
But
over there.
I'm also a little bit of an earthbender because I'm very stubborn and I feel like I'm very grounded in a way. And
I
I
think
do
I also have
attack I do like to attack things head on when I have to.
yeah.
If I don't have to, I'm just gonna deflect, 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 deflect.
Yeah, and then airbend. I think that's more would be if I had to take some stuff from the other bending things. Yeah, you know what I mean. Then I would probably sort of maybe deflect some stuff and try to get around, just like an airbender. But then also sometimes I would be very stubborn, just like an earthbender. So yeah, we have different elements, both of us.
Yeah, but I
But
think that's a great thing, right?
yeah, and what like Iroh said, if you are to become like a whole person, and this is not just Avatar stuff, this is just for everybody, it behooves you to learn something from all four cultures and bendings. Yeah.
Yeah, like so you have some of the fluidity of movement from both water and a little bit from earthbending, but earthbending, no, sorry, not airbending,
Mm.
and with the airbending also deflecting things and trying to
Yeah, yeah.
redirect it, and
There are strengths and weaknesses in all four of them, and you can draw on all four of them and learn from it. And yeah, it's not only the avatar, as Iroh said.
yeah, but bottom line, firebender, waterbender, opposites attract.
Booyah! Yes, there we go. So Katara, Zuko, or no.
Yeah, if that ever was a thing.
Yeah.
Or Korra and that guy, Mako.
Oh yeah, if they're gonna hook up, don't tell us if they are. Like where we are right now, it doesn't seem like, or
Don't
maybe, but yeah.
don't tell us. Don't even.
Yeah, don't. And you guys know, of course, we don't want any Legend of Korra spoilers now that we're only 6 episodes in, so we haven't really seen a lot yet. But we are enjoying it. I am really enjoying getting into it, and can't wait to see more. And yeah.
Look who's here, Melon Lord.
Oh my God, the Melon Lord is here. Where? Oh, there. Yes. We yeah, we're so lucky to have you here, being
Yeah, even Squeal like remembers you, so that's wonderful.
An OG on the Adler YouTube comments. Oh, nice. Yes.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, we are nearing the end here. We could probably go on and on and on and
And on and on and on and on and on.
talk about stuff that we loved about this series.
So instead, I'm gonna go lie in bed and watch the fortune teller, and just from there on, and just watch Atla.
Yes, and then maybe, yeah, go to sleep at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
happen.
yeah. And I am gonna be I'm gonna jump over on Twitch instead, and I'm gonna be streaming some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So yeah, when the stream ends, I'm probably not gonna start the stream over on Twitch until like 20 minutes after or something. I just need a quick little break and some water, maybe visit the bathroom. So yeah, that's what's gonna be happening, and then hopefully we can do more of this in the near future because we really do enjoy just doing these, just talking with you guys. And then we will let you know what's gonna happen. Just remember to keep an eye on that community tab with the schedules and how we're what we're gonna release on a weekly basis. Well, that's pretty much gonna do it. You're just having fun with those two now, and yes, and thank you once again so much, Ethan. I don't know if you're watching at all, but and everybody else who kind of chipped in and sent these two guys in yeah to us, Appa and Momo.
You can see them very happy.
Yes, very
I
very
can't
happy.
get pets, so this is close enough.
Yes. And that is not a decision I made or anything. It's just we cat is allergic to cats, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would probably have more than one cat. And
What do you mean we have 40?
40 cats. We would be just like oh, what place had a lot of cats? I can't even remember. Never mind. Yeah, and we can't have a dog right here. We would love to have a dog. We're gonna get one at some point. We're just gonna have to move first. We could keep talking about a lot of stuff, but all in all, this was great. Great talking about one of our absolute favorite series of all time, and can't wait to rewatch it and then talk about it some more. And if you decide to jump over on Twitch and watch the live stream there, then maybe we can talk even more about Avatar now that I'm kind of warm, so to say. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Is there anything you want to add? Just a toe bean wave, and that's gonna do it. You're enjoying those so much. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining this Avatar: The Last Airbender live stream. Looking back at an amazing experience we had with the series, watching it, reacting to it with all you guys, and reading your comments through many months. It's just it's been a ride, and
you're the best.
yeah, and we can't wait to continue that ride with you in Legend of Korra. If you want to continue with us, then we certainly want to continue with you. So that's gonna do it. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining. We love you. 3,000, and yeah, that's it. Bye.
Bye.
Flameo, Hartman.